all theory until this very moment. So I'm kind of excited. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellen Boyd. For those of you who don't know me, I am the author of the Toby Garrison Chronicles, a contemporary young adult drama suspense series, and this is my channel. Although I'm an author, I'm also a reader, so I upload a Booktube video every Wednesday and an AuthorTube video every Friday. So this is my bookshelf tour. I've never done one of these before, so be forewarned, I have no idea what I'm doing. But I'm going to do my best and just give you guys a before tour and an after tour. So I'm planning on doing a couple things to try and fit the new books that I got a few weeks ago onto my bookshelf. And there's also another few books that I got yesterday that my sister got for me at a yard sale. So I'm going to do the best I can to make this somewhat entertaining for you. And on to the video, if you dare. Here's my top shelf. I got like my singing monkey, Vacation Monty. But yeah, hello. So he sings Pina Colada, or no, the Escape song. And then this is from my best friend back home. He sent me that for my birthday, I believe, last year. And this guy here sings. Is he like, baby, are you okay? You alright, babe? Goodness gracious. Okay, this guy here sings The Gambler. He's the dealer. He sings The Gambler. Okay, now the top shelf is, we've got multiple copies of Dean Koontz' Fear Nothing. One, I was always looking for a hardcover. Found the hardcover at Value Village over the summer. And then these two, one is for when I was wanting to adapt it into a TV series or TV movie or something along those lines, and the other one is the unhighlighted version, although the highlights faded on the one that I did. All I got are doggy ears and stuff like that on it. But and then Seize the Night by Dean Koontz. This was, I think this was Dean Koontz's first book. I haven't read it yet, but this was I got this at a yard sale. When was it? Copyright is 1973 is the copyright. So that's a collector's item to me anyway. Probably read it one of these days, but. And then Lightning, which is the first Dean Koontz book I ever wrote. First Dean Koontz book I ever read. If you want to hear more about that, like the synopsis and stuff like that, you can, I'll put a link up in the top of the video screen there. And then this here is my first book, Pride Be Damned, and that's the first book of the Toby Garrison Chronicles. And then this is the second book of the Toby Garrison Chronicles, Good Samaritan, and I am currently working on book 3. And I'll be working on that for NaNoWriMo as well. I'm working on the outline right now. Then this is The City. I haven't actually finished that one yet. And I'm just gonna rest this here. Okay, so then we've got The Darkest Evening of the Year, The Good Guy, really good book, and Forever Odd. And I have more Odd Thomas books, but oh, these are mixed up. I'm gonna fix this. The set should be together. Ah, come on, work with me here. There we go. Okay, so Midnight, another really good book. This is the Odd Thomas books. I have the first one, and I have others back home in Halifax, but I'm trying to build up the collection again. So I've got Forever Odd here, Brother Odd, Odd Hours, What the Night Knows, also by Dean Koontz. And then down on the second shelf here, oh, and that is pecan caramel candle, which I love scented candles, especially sweet scented candles, and I don't light it while it's up here, but it works as a good bookend for now. Okay, so this here, this is something a friend of mine made for me. I used to work with her at a call center, and she knew about my baby girl there who had passed recently, and she made this for me. Just a friendly gift. It looks a little bit like Mac, and I was really appreciative of that. And then we've got like this little guy here, and little kitty playing with his paws, and then little sock monkey. I used to have one of these when I was a kid, but it was a big size, like this size here. And that's back home. I had a couple as a kid. One I left at a playground, and then I got another one, and I think it's in the attic at home, back in Halifax. So anyway, this is Michael Crichton's timeline. Oh, these here were let's see, I can check them out. The Lost Boy, which is it's based on the Peter Pan story, a modern retelling of Peter Pan. So this is Pan, written by Joshua Grant, Diabolic Shrimp Comics. And then this is Neverland, episode 2. Okay, and then Michael Crichton Timeline. I'm sure you guys all know that book. I'm gonna be honest with you, I had a hard time with it. It's a DNF right now. I'll get back to it, but I just had such a hard time with I saw the movie first, and starred Paul Walker, and the character that Paul Walker played in this movie is vastly different in the book, and he's actually quite the whiner, and I have a hard time with it. But I mean, I got almost halfway through, so I'm going to finish it. It's just a question of when. Then The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey, and then The Fifth Wave, the second book of the series, Infinite Sea. Haven't read those yet. Ronnie Ackard and the Brotherhood of Blades by A.C. Williams. Love this book. This is book 1. And if you want to know more about that book, I did a couple videos on it, but I'll link one of them up there, and you can check it out. But it's a really good book. I loved this book. If you love bromance, you'll love this book. If you love bromance and like sci-fi, fantasy, and all that stuff. And then Countdown by Michelle Rowan. I haven't read that yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Star Wars. This is A New Hope. Empire Strikes Back. I've got 2 copies of. Return of the Jedi. They're different covers. So like this is like the poster that I remember as a kid, or one of the posters I remember as a kid. And then this as well. I don't know if that was a poster back then, but. And then Return of the Jedi. And that one. Return of the Jedi. So then Truce of Bakura. I believe that takes place immediately following Return of the Jedi. And I remember that from when I think I was like 20 reading that, and I really enjoyed it. So I paid extra to get it on Amazon recently. And I was going to get it as an audiobook, but it's an abridged audiobook, which I don't understand why they do that. But I couldn't find the full book. It was just the abridged one, and I didn't want abridged. I wanted the full story. So, and then Heir to the Empire. I talked about this in my last video, I believe, or 2 videos ago. So I'll link that above as well. But because I linked that one, Ronnie Ackard, it might not let me link Heir to the Empire. So if I can't do that, I'll link it in the description below. And then we've got Dark Force Rising. That is the sequel to Heir to the Empire, which I love. And I read that back then as well when I was like 20, and I'll read it again. But and I listened to this recently as an audiobook. Star Wars Jedi Search. That's another good book that I read way back when. I haven't reread it recently. The New Jedi Order, Traitor, I haven't read that yet. Close Encounters of the Third Kind by Steven Spielberg. Supernatural Nevermore. Love that as well. Talked about that recently. These here were little, I didn't really think about the measurements. I got my books converted into, or published as hardcover, and they're way too big. They're like more like picture books, and I didn't. Had a lot on my mind when I was doing it. So, and that's the old covers as well. I prefer these covers now, the updated covers, but anyway, so I'll be doing that again with proper measurements soon, so keep an ear out for that. Okay, so down here, the next shelf down is my fantasy shelf. So here I've got the Mortal Instruments Book 1, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Brandon Sanderson's Skyward, that's the next Brandon Sanderson book I'm going to read. Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn, which I finished recently and really enjoyed. Brandon Sanderson, The Way of Kings. I bought this one first, and then bought these ones because this one looks like really, like, that's going to take me a while to read, especially when I'm first getting back into fantasy. So that'll be read soon, but not right away. These ones are, they're wrong as well. Okay. Okay, so then we have The Hobbit, which I recently reread as well, physical book as well as audiobook. I just kind of went back and forth. Then we've got Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, Return of the King. I saw the movies for these. I don't think I read the books, so I'm going to fix that. Peter Pan, which is a cool cover there. I haven't read that since I was a kid. Then these books I haven't read either, but I saw some of the movies. So we've got Pendragon, The Merchant of Death, which is, I don't know, that must be book 1. Does it say? Nope, doesn't say. So I'm thinking book 1. Then this is book 3, The Never War. I don't have book 2. The Hunger Games, of course, The Maze Runner, Scorched Trials, and The Death Cure. These are my kitty's treats. I feed him up here, and he gets an appetizer before breakfast and supper, so really cute. Anyway, then we've got Camino Maggie by Joy Llewellyn, really good book, and that was actually written by one of my instructors from Vancouver Film School, and I am reading it, and it's an awesome book. I'm trying to work on my own writing at the same time. So then Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I've heard good things about this. I haven't read it yet, but that's, oh, and this cover, this is like one of my favorite covers for Camino Maggie. I love this cover. I don't know if you can get a full feel for it, but it's such a stunning cover. I love it, and I talk about that in my aesthetically pleasing books video, which I will link once again up there. So then we're going down to my contemporary shelf, and we've got Nancy Drew. Oh, it's really hard to see. There we go. We've got Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, and more Hardy Boys. Oh yeah, How to Eat Fried Worms is right there at the end. And then Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, and then just Hardy Boys, and then more Hardy Boys and more Hardy Boys and more Hardy Boys. Then we've got Brothers by Choice, which is a TV movie that starred Yannick Bisson from if I do it this way. So from Murdoch Mysteries and Sue Thomas FBI, and that's him at like age 18 or 19 or something like that. So it's a screenshot from the movie, and I remember enjoying the movie quite a bit. I haven't read the book yet, but I got it as a keepsake because I love Yannick Bisson. And then this one here is Animal Farm by George Orwell. And oh yeah, I've got pictures of kitty cats up here. Those were actually painted by my cousin Janice Guinan, and just stunning artwork, right? Like, I just love those. They almost look like pictures as opposed to paintings, but yeah, really awesome artwork. And then we've got Off Script and Overcaffeinated, which is a great book written by my friend Kaylee Ray and her mom Rhonda, and It's a Christian romantic comedy, and it pokes fun a little bit at our obsession with Hallmark Christmas movies and how it's a love-hate relationship oftentimes. But anyway, really good book. Kathy Reich's 206 Bones. That is based on the series, or no, sorry, not based on the series. The series Bones is based on these books. So I rewatched the entire series last summer and got a hankering to start reading the books. So a hankering, yeah. Haven't heard that used that word in a while. Then we've got The Butler by Will Haygood, another great movie. Tuesdays with Morrie. I'll be honest, I haven't seen The Butler, but I've heard it's really great. Tuesdays with Morrie. Sketches by Eric Walters. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by, of course, Arthur Conan Doyle. Got The Guardians by John Grisham, and then Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. That's a DNF for me. There's a lot of cursing in it. I'm not interested in editing that much internally as I read. Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Turtles in the Road by Rhonda Ray and Kaylee Ray. Another book by the mother-daughter team, which is one of my favorite books ever. Love it. And I also talk about that in that same video a couple weeks ago. Winona Rising is written by Emma L.R. Hogg, and I met her at a book signing event. We were both authors at this book signing event at the public library here. I haven't had a chance to read this whole book yet, but the author is amazing, and she's an amazing person, and I really want to read this book to help support her. So for now, I'm just going to say, you know what? Buy the book. Anyway, and then Desecration, that is a book in the series Left Behind, and I think it's like book 5 or 6. I'm not sure. I've got the whole set at home, but like back in Halifax. But yeah, I'm trying to rebuild it again. This is my nonfiction shelf. This is. Let's see. Can I just set this up on? Oh, ooh, that was loud. So this is the Disney poster book, which I got at a yard sale last summer, and it just shows all the posters throughout the past, I don't know, century or more of Disney movies. And then this is a pitch market brochure, or not brochure, but event planner or event. It's just event information for a pitch market that I volunteered at back in Vancouver. These are different screenplays. This was a supernatural screenplay that I wrote, and that's the one that placed 3rd in Scriptapalooza competition in 2006. And then I've got Smallville script from when I worked on the show. The script for Speed, I think I got that on eBay or something like that, but starring Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. And then this is one of my textbooks from Vancouver Film School. This is The Art of Style, I think. This was the style book, this from the class for style, where it's just like different styles of writing. TV genre, so about writing TV scripts. Then this one here, No BS for Screenwriters, Advice from Executive Perspective. That's a screenwriting handbook, sort of, from Danny Manis at No BS for Screenwriters. And then the Screenwriter's Bible. And then the unofficial X-Files Companion. I've had that since back in 1993 or something like that. Las Vegas for Dummies. I got that. I've never been to Vegas. That was for a story that I was writing. Organizing from the Inside Out. I've had that for years, just to help with organization. I love being organized. I just have a hard time getting there. Weird Canadian Words, which is just a fun little book I got from a yard sale. And this is just a little sketchbook that I got when for when I feel like sketching. I'm not good at sketching, but I like to do it. The Unforgiving Minute, A Soldier's Education. That's also a reference for a story I was writing. how to win friends and influence people in the digital age. Something I'm not good at. I'm not good at promoting myself, or I hate sounding salesy, so I have a really hard time with promoting my books and promoting myself. Theology for non-theologians. It's a cat's life. I think these are both cat books, yeah. A cat. 100 ways for a cat to train its human. And then it's a cat's life cartoons by David Cypress. And this is a book that a good friend of mine bought me years ago. Another friend at a call center. The 5-Year Memory Journal. I'm really bad at keeping up with those things, but I do have some memories written in it. Again, this is from my drawing phase. These are notebooks that I have to help with, like just for my writing and things like that. These are some of my favorite pictures of Tucker. He's so adorable. And I wanted to originally get them printed off professionally, but it was during COVID and I couldn't get it done. Anyway, so that's still on my to-do list to get those printed. So one of these days you're going to see them up on my wall, and I can't wait. This is the other bookcase, so that's my baby girl who passed back in 2014. August 8th, 2014. Your presence we miss, your memories we treasure, loving you always, forgetting you never. That was a service that the cremator offered. That's a photo book I made of her. And then this was a birthday gift last year, I believe, from my bestie Kaylee Ray. And she always says that Jake in the Toby Garrison Chronicles, Uncle Jake, reminds her of Captain America. So, alright, and then this is my reference shelf, my writer's reference. So we've got the Writer's Guide to Psychology, the Wound Thesaurus, Writer's Guide to Psychological Trauma, the Big Book of Hacks, which is really great. I love that. Just gives ideas for when you're writing a genius science-y character. And then Story by Robert McKee, Writing for Screen and Television, Creating Character Workbook by K.M. Weiland, The Writer's Journey by Christopher Vogler, Blogging for Profit 2019, published by Chandler Bolt, Wonderful Thesaurus, Short Film 101, The Film Director's Intuition, Rewrite, a book on rewrites, How to Write a Selling Screenplay, Writing the Plot, Creating the Series by William Rabkin, The 1 Hour Drama Series, Save the Cat, Romancing the A-List, Personality and Psychological Disorders, Directing Actors, Structuring Your Novel by K.M. Weiland, Sid Field's The Screenwriter's Workbook, Making a Good Script Great, Show and Tell, Writing the Short Story. This is pilot to series, I believe. Yeah, pilot to series. This is Writing the Pilot, sort of like a companion book to, that's sort of a companion book to this one here. And Elements of Style, another thesaurus. And then down here we have my Christian books. So we've got like Bible Friends, children's stories from the Bible that, you know, they're like picture books. And we had these when I was a kid. Just really good books. And these are actually from when I was a kid. Love those books. Really good memories. And then my Bibles, Owen, Discerning the Voice of God by Priscilla Shire, Dutch Sheets, Authority in Prayer, Fixer Upper Christmas by Beth Duell and Rhonda Ray. This was my Bible when I was a kid. It's like a picture Bible. And the Message Bible. Then this here was left to me, My Utmost for His Highest by Oswald Chambers. That was left to me by my grandmother years ago when she passed. Captivating. That was given to me as a Christmas gift by my pastor and his wife in Vancouver. From Faith to Faith by Kenneth and Gloria Copeland. And then my own little more notebooks. Then boxes for organizing stuff. Dark Crystal. I have the picture book for this back home and in Halifax, and watched the movie when I was a kid and loved it. Copyright 1982. She bought me Star Trek Generations, which was based on the movie, and it has like behind the scenes information in it as well as the story itself. Pictures from behind the scenes, like that. And then this here, Halifax, Warden of the North by Thomas H. Radal, the Romance of Canadian Cities series. At the end of the book it has, the end pages have a map of Halifax. I actually grew up this way, so they don't have that in the map. Like you go up this road. My sister got that at the same yard sale. Copyright for this was 1965. John Wyndham, The Chrysalids. This was a book my sister got, but not for me, for herself, but she said I could read it. You guys have already seen these ones. And now I'm going to try to organize. I have like an idea to try and organize my shelves a bit and make room for these, but we'll see if it works. Okay, so I'm going to put these underneath my books, little two-way radio boxes. I was going to wrap them in black paper and make it all fancy schmancy, but that didn't happen. So I'm going to do this and put them underneath the books, raise up the ones at the back so that they're still visible when I put ones in front, and we'll see if it works. Okay, let's try it.
You leave me lonely when you know I'm bad at being alone. Stuck in the past, you told me all I had.
This was all theory until this very moment, so I'm kind of excited. Okay, so new plan. This is going to be my middle grade children's from here over, and then contemporary from here over that way. From here to here, middle grade children's, from here to here, contemporary. We'll see if that works. Alright, so
For the rest of my life. So where do you leave? Where do you go? Would you just stay if I came home? We could go for a drive, figure it out, calm your fears and drown your doubt. And I gotta know, where do you go? Is there a way to right the ending? Am I too late to change your mind? Why do you leave? Where do you go? Would you just stay if I came home? We could go for a drive, figure it out, calm your fears and drown your doubt. Why do you leave and where do you go? Would you just stay if I came home? We could go for a drive and figure this out, calm your fears and drown your doubt. But I've gotta know.
that is my bookshelf tour before and after. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe below. Don't forget to click the bell so that you get notified when I upload new videos. I upload a Booktube video every Wednesday and an AuthorTube video every Friday. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. Bye-bye.